Hello and welcome to another Auto Today special feature as we get ready to hit the road once again. And this time we've got the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara for company. We'll be traversing thousands of kilometers across multiple states to travel several thousand years back in time. No, I'm not talking about time travel in the literal sense, of course not. What we're doing here is visiting Indus Valley excavation sites to get a sense of the significance of what archaeologists have unearthed so far, to learn more about the Harappan culture, their lives, their evolution, and its implication on modern society. The Indus Valley Civilization or Harappan civilization extended from Balochistan, Pakistan in the west to Uttar Pradesh, India in the east, and from northeastern Afghanistan in the north to Gujarat in the south, flourishing across the Indus River plains and along the Ghaggar-Hakra River you see on your screens right now. We've got thousands of kilometers of driving ahead of us across Rajasthan, Haryana, UP and New Delhi as well. And besides a car that has great touring capabilities, we also need something that has great off-road capability as well, given the nature of these excavation sites, because they're not just off the beaten path. Forget broken roads, we are looking at proper off-road trails, and we needed a car that could give us the confidence to take these head on. And that's where the Grand Vitara comes in. We've already experienced it in the past. It's great on the highway, it's comfortable, it has a long list of features, but keeping the nature of our drive in mind, it's the capable all-wheel drive system that the car has, the Suzuki AllGrip Select, which is one of the biggest reasons why we picked this car, so that we don't have to shy away from getting off the road, going as close as possible to these excavation sites. To truly appreciate the historical significance of these sites, one has to look past what meets the eye and delve deeper into published accounts of their excavation. For instance, the excavations at Birana in Haryana reveal layers that predate Indus Valley Civilization times, going as far back as 7500 to 6000 BC. Kalibangan, 4 hours west of Birana, and Baror, another couple of hours ahead, quite close to the Indo-Pak border, presented similar visuals with mounds declared as protected monuments that were excavated and refilled once the Archaeological Survey of India, or ASI, gathered relevant information and artifacts for research. Loose gravel, fesh, slush, the terrain demanded serious off-road prowess. Unfazed by it all, the Grand Vitara's capable all-wheel drive system, the Suzuki AllGrip Select, got us through without breaking into a sweat. Grand Vitara's 360 view camera doesn't just come in handy while parking or navigating tight streets. Even when you're trying to tackle off-road trails, it's a great addition because, for instance, we're going up a slope right now and I can't see what's ahead of me. I can just turn the camera on and get a better view of what's in front of me in case there are any obstacles or rocks or such which I need to avoid. Well, so far we've seen a lot of sites, excavated sites where remnants of the Harappan or the Indus Valley Civilization were found. There's one to my left as well. This is in Kalibanga. But what about the things that were found here? Well, to get a look at that, you have to visit a museum, ASI-run museums, such as the one behind me. This is the Kalibanga Archaeological History Museum. And this is where a lot of the findings that were dug out from the excavated site are kept on display for everybody to see. So let's check it out. The ASI-run museum in Kalibanga offered an insight into the discoveries that were made at the excavation site nearby, including the tools, toys, vessels, jewelry, and everything else used by the Harappan populace. The next location on our radar is Rakhigari. Although hundreds of Harappan civilization sites have been identified and excavated, there are 5 major urban centers, and Rakhigari is one of them. It's roughly 3 hours from New Delhi and 5 hours from where we are right now. And the thing with Rakhigari is it's been in the news in recent times a lot because of what was found there, the research that was done based on the excavations there, that has been a hot topic of discussion, and the reasons for that is what we're going to find out. Rakhigarhi has been frequently in the news in recent times in the Indus Valley Civilization context and has been declared by the ASI as the largest archaeological site pertaining to the Harappans, bigger even than Mohenjo-daro. First identified as a Harappan site in the 1960s, there are 7 mounds spread across an area of 550 hectares spanning early Harappa to mature Harappa phases.
तो राखीगढ़ी में टोटल 7 माउंट्स हैं। सारे माउंट्स की पर्सनालिटी फीचर्स अलग अलग हैं। जैसे अभी हम लोग माउंट नंबर 1 पे हैं, तो ये हैबिटेशनल कम फैक्ट्री साइट है। ऐसे ही अलग अलग माउंट्स हैं, उन सब के फीचर्स अलग अलग हैं। जो डेट्स आई हैं, जो पहले एक्सकवेशन हुआ था, उस आधार पे ये बताया जो राखीगढ़ी है यहाँ पे अर्ली हरप्पा से लेके मैच्योर लेट तक के एविडेंस मिलते हैं। तो जो डेट जा रही है वो 4500 BC मीन्स 6000 ईयर्स बैक। मॉडर्न डे में इन्फ्लुएंस ये है कि राखीगढ़ी के स्केलेटन का DNA लिया गया, जो कि एक्सकवेशन किया था डेक्कन कॉलेज पुणे ने। डेक्कन कॉलेज पुणे ने 2012 से लेके 2016 तक एक्सकवेशन किया अलग अलग सीज़न में। जब उन्होंने एक्सकवेशन किया तो माउंट नंबर 2, माउंट नंबर 4, माउंट नंबर 6 एंड माउंट नंबर 7 पे एक्सकवेशन किया। तो माउंट नंबर 7 से जो स्केलेटन निकाले गए, उन स्केलेटन का डेक्कन कॉलेज पुणे ने बीरबल साहनी इंस्टीट्यूट जो है लखनऊ में, वहाँ के डॉक्टर नीरज राय हार्वर्ड से, सियोल यूनिवर्सिटी कोरिया, इनके साथ मिलकर उन्होंने DNA सैंपल लिया और उनका एनालिसिस करने के बाद ये बताया कि यहाँ से जो स्केलेटन मिले हैं वो ओरिजिनली यहीं के लोग हैं, किसी तरीके का आर्यन इन्वेजन नहीं हुआ है। सेकेंडली, फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम डेक्कन कॉलेज की टीम ने फेशियल रिकन्स्ट्रक्शन कराया उन स्केलेटन का, और उस आधार पे ये कहते हैं कि जो स्केलेटन हमें मिले हैं वो एज इट इज़ हरियाणा के लोगों से मिलते हैं 90% तक। इवन जो हाइट है, जो आज के जो हरियाणा के लोग हैं, जो उनका एवरेज हाइट है, वही एवरेज हाइट हरप्पन्स के थे। और कार में इंटरेस्टेड जो लोग हैं उनके लिए मैं बताना चाहूँगा कि चूँकि राखीगढ़ी जो साइट है इंडिया के 5 आइकॉनिक साइट्स में से एक है, जिसको कि टूरिज़्म पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से डेवलप किया जा रहा है। और ये नियर बाई दिल्ली है। दिल्ली से 3 घंटे की दूरी पे आप राखीगढ़ी पहुँचेंगे और 3 घंटे की जर्नी करके आप 6000 साल पुराने हिस्ट्री में चले जाएंगे, है ना। तो ये एक है ना कि वो पीछे चले जाएंगे, 3 घंटे की जर्नी करके आपका टाइम ट्रेवल हो गया पीछे 6000 साल।
A fascinating tour of Rakhigarhi continued as we made our way in the Grand Vitara through the narrow village streets towards Mount 4, with the layers offering a great visualization of the cultural sequence of different eras of the Harappan civilization. One can clearly observe the use of bricks in interlocking fashion to construct walls, a technique known as English bond, but one that was clearly in use by the Harappans years before the term was even coined. The government envisions Rakhigarhi as a tourist destination, giving people a peek into the ways and lives of one of the world's earliest civilizations, and have received support from locals as well as individuals, like Balram Kumar, whose organization, Astitwa Heritage, already curates tours for visitors seeking to know more about the Indus Valley or Harappan civilization. There are plans in place to turn parts of excavated areas into exhibits for all to see and admire. Back on the road, with the Grand Vitara munching miles with consummate ease, we charted a route out of Haryana and into Uttar Pradesh towards another archaeological site that has made headlines in the recent past. Thoughtful features like the rear AC vents kept the crew comfortable, and multiple USB ports ensured charging our phones and equipment on the go wasn't an issue at all. Now, this might look like any other farm in any other village of India, but it is extremely significant in the context of learning and tracing our roots and learning more about the latter part of the Harappan and the Indus Valley Civilization, because this place is Sinoli. This is the place where they found remains, chariots and weapons thousands of years old, and although now that the excavation is done, for the time being at least, it's being used in its regular way as a farmland to grow sugarcane, etc. Dr. Sanjay Manjul, director, ASI, has likened these burials to the Vedic rituals, and there have been suggestions of these burials being linked to the Mahabharata as well. These findings have been labelled as path-breaking and point towards royal burials. For now, the remains of the chariots and weapons retrieved from the site have not been put up on display for the public, but plenty that was excavated from Indus Valley Civilization sites across India and Pakistan is showcased at the National Museum in New Delhi. The star of the exhibit, arguably, is the dancing girl figurine that was excavated in 1926 at Mohenjo-daro. One of the skeletons recovered from a burial site in Rakhigadi has also found its way to the National Museum exhibit, and in general, the exhibit is a great showcase of the ways of life of the Harappan, their progression over the years and the advancements that were made along the way and their influence on life as we know it now. We've been on the road for quite a few days now, and besides proving just how great it is on the highway, the Grand Vitara has also proven to be great off the road, showing serious off-road prowess. We haven't had to shy away from any of the slush or loose gravel or these off-road trails that we've encountered so far. Broken roads, no roads, nothing phases the Grand Vitara. And the other thing that I've realized about this car is it's created so much buzz throughout the country, even in the remotest parts of Rajasthan where we were. There were people turning their heads, talking about the car, commenting on its looks, talking about its features, and that was quite heartening to see because, besides just having a car that takes you to places, it's always nice to have a car that becomes a talking point in these places as well. The Harappan civilization or Indus Valley Civilization is an integral part of our history, and research on it will continue for years to come, as will debates surrounding the inference and implications of these findings. In many ways, the journey was akin to time travel. The Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara proved to be a very capable road trip companion, impressing us with its fuel efficiency, comfort, features, and off-road prowess, qualities that make it such an attractive proposition. Breathtaking location, intriguing stories. The journey never stops at Auto Today, so stay tuned as we'll certainly be back with more.